My new favorite show. This is a new show I never heard of before. A couple.
How old is this show?
I looked it up. It's over a month old.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay, so somehow
I don't know how it slipped through our fingers.
Yeah, this guy. First off, let me just start this by saying, if this has been around for a month, you two guys, we need to have a meeting.
Yeah.
The idea that we're finding out about this 4 weeks, that is insane.
getting distracted by things like the mayoral.
Yeah, exactly. Let's keep an eye on the prize, guys.
So Dave Rubin's hosting here, and they're talking about Zoran here. We'll kind of, go through some of the folks who are here without spoiling it. But
what's the name of the show? Or
Actual Friends.
Actual Friends. What is the real name of the show, though?
That's the name of the show.
Actual Friends.
Actual Friends. So we're seeing, presumably, actual friends.
Yeah, it's a Sage Steele, Dr. Drew, Jillian Michaels, and Russell Brand, and the premise is that they are all actual friends.
And they maybe I think the premise is maybe they've all been
Dr. Drew.
Yes, Drew Pinsky.
Okay. Did you ever hear any stories of Drew Pinsky out in L.A.?
No.
Oh, I knew people who worked on his supposed drug treatment show.
Yes, I know.
And
Celebrity Rehab.
Celebrity Rehab. And the guys who I knew worked on this show felt so dirty. They were so disgusted by how Dr. Drew would put them in situations to try and have relapses. I know that is just the rumor I heard. Maybe it was just people's opinion, so I don't know. But if you watch the show, it really does seem like they're put into sort of like sketchy situations.
Right.
But okay, be that as it may. And then, of course, everybody knows Dave Rubin and
Sage Steele, formerly at ESPN, and then went on sort of anti-woke.
And Jillian. Yeah, she was the one who quit her talking. What was that show?
Her Take.
Her Take. She quit that show.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, on air.
Well, I saw her walk off. I didn't
know if that was full.
She was the one who told me
integrity.
the one time I went on that British guy's show.
Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan, that the cutting of USAID and children dying was a red herring. Yep. So these are all actual friends.
Love the actual friends. So yeah, here's Dave.
Can you think of anything he's done? We do know he missed 80% of the votes as a New York
Mamdani
state legislator.
And gave himself a 20-something% raise.
I'll just note she's saying this for the audio listeners. She's saying this inside her giant house. So,
here's the thing. What we need to discuss with regard to who was elected is the fact that New Yorkers are playing survivalist math every month. That's the reality. And someone very appropriately pulled a clip of Charlie Kirk predicting this. I'm excited for you guys to play it. But the system is failing people. We see it again and again and again. So it's like you could preach to them about capitalism all you want. But when it isn't working for them, they're going to turn to people like Zoran Mamdani. And the reality is that the antidote to Marxism is experiencing Marxism. So, I don't know where this is going to go. I actually hope that we're all wrong. And this goes great. And there are takeaways for other blue cities. But if we look back throughout history, it has yet to succeed anywhere in America.
Dare I predict 0% chance on that?
So that's a theme here.
Dare you?
Dare I predict?
Dave, this is mixed company. Dave has all of his friends around, but he has a pretty tight editorial line, and the friends don't necessarily meet it.
And so he's feeling, and it does feel like it's anchored at his studio. So maybe he's putting this show together, and he's a little bit nervous.
What was that PBS Roundtable show? It's
the McLaughlin Group?
Yes, this is Rubin's McLaughlin Group.
But what's interesting about her theory is that she's like so close. Capitalism has failed these people. And then she says, and so they're going to go Marxist, and they'll find out that doesn't work either. But I hope it does work. But if capitalism has failed, like, what's the other option? If you've said Marxism's not going to work and capitalism is obviously clearly not working.
Fascism.
And we should say, incidentally, it's not like we're in is it the richest city in the country? Let's just say, I don't know, like how you would measure that, what the metrics are, but the top financial city in the country, perhaps the wealthiest city in the country. I think probably, I don't know if it's per capita, but in terms of like concentration of wealth. So if capitalism isn't working there, maybe there's a problem, but okay.
Just one note on that. Yeah, Milwaukee had famously sewer socialism. You can look that up about 100 or so years ago. Also, I, from North Dakota, went to study abroad using the Bank of North Dakota, a bank set up by socialists in North Dakota in the 19-teens.
In the 19-teens, this country had dozens of socialist mayors. Dozens upon dozens.
Before you press play, though, I want to show them the face of a man who dares to be so bold. Like, look at that face. If that is not Rubin's face.
He's looking good.
That is a perfect
He's getting
representation.
a little bit too
down
much sun, I feel like.
All right, so we'll get to and then Drew Pinskin then are
in America.
Dare I predict 0% chance? 0% chance on that. Drew.
Shaking, not stirred.
I already am experiencing infrastructure failure right here during the show.
You are.
My cell dropped off, my Wi-Fi dropped off right in the middle of the show.
The system's
I'm here.
collapsing right now.
It's already on. So thank you guys for playing that. But I don't know if you have this Peter Thiel quote. I wrote it down. I saw it this morning, and it says he's communicating, I think, with David Sachs and a couple other guys, warning about exactly what Julian just said.
And so we've cited Charlie Kirk and Peter Thiel. Okay.
Oh, we should also say, I think he's about to say how Peter Thiel felt that democracy is a problem. And that's how you get women voting, and that's a problem. Because people ultimately go to socialism because, is that the quote that he's going to do?
I'm not sure. Let's see.
And he said, without a stake in the system, they will turn against it, meaning young people. Not only they see no stake, they see no future, they're turning against it, and they know not what they do. They do not, because we're not teaching history, we're not teaching people how this works, we're not teaching economics, and they're turning against it.
Russell, help us here.
Oh, my God!
Has this man ever done anything?
Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Oh, my God. What?
Jump scare.
Oh my God! I'm sitting here in my mind going like, okay, but Pinsky, like he's saying they're all conceding that capitalism has failed everybody, and then well, let's go. I've heard from both you two. Now let's go to someone who's completely insane. What is
Russell.
he doing? What is he doing? Did he just wake up? Did he not know this was happening?
As somebody who used to be a fan of Russell years ago, I think this might be somebody who is completely checked out of the sort of, I guess, bet he's made for himself.
Look, we're actual friends, Dave.
It looks like he's checked in to the Four Seasons.
Honestly, it's like I couldn't even be bothered getting up. Like, honestly.
Like, it used to be he wouldn't put a shirt on. Now he won't get out of bed.
Well, we should say, like, kudos at least, because it looks like the shades are up. So at least he's done. He must have like one of those buttons by the bed that opens up the curtains.
Help us here. Has this man ever done anything? And is there any chance this doesn't go horrifically wrong?
Wait a second. Do you think Zoran's lazy? He couldn't even bother to get out of bed. With a show, is this the first time they cut to him at the beginning of the show?
Yeah.
Like, how does nobody go, hey, wait a second.
They do have an intro.
Hey, Russell, what are you doing? Nobody says anything about it. Like, this is completely normal.
I like how Dr. Drew clearly had like tech issues, so they had to delay anyway, and Russell still didn't think like maybe I'll get up and put a shirt on.
He's probably doing us a real favor by having like the cropped shot to his head.
Right, yeah.
Also, is there a camera person there? Like, I don't understand. Who's holding the camera? Is that his computer? Is he just doing this? Like, pretending like he's not looking at the camera? Like, what is going on? Did he set up a tripod for this? Like, Oh my God. And then of course, Dave is just like, no, of course, this is typical.
Dave is thinking, how long do we have in this guy's contract?
You don't even say like Russell from his bed. I guess we couldn't get up today. Just blows right into it.
For the last 20 or 30 years, politics and show business have sort of meshed with people in show business, and perhaps we're the beneficiaries of this to some degree, opining on political matters, and politicians being required more and more
Perhaps.
to fit into the category of a good communicator. So the sort of depth and freight of his political career are less important than what he represents. If I was to try and look at this optimistically, and I'm going to, I would say that it's an ideologically driven victory, and it shows that people are invested in change. It shows that America remains a country with a broad spectrum of political opinions, and one might even argue that all of the people that detest the, by their own reckoning, the monarchical and megalomaniacal Donald Trump, a socialist Muslim mayor has just been elected in New York. So that would serve as a salve for people that have hysterical doubts about the tiered democracy within your, and I hope one day, our country. So what I would say is, my hope is what it represents and means is that people are invested in politics. People do believe in change, and I think there was always going to be a kind of a reaction to Trump and MAGA and the division that this country's experienced in the last few election cycles. So, I don't know, man. What kind of impact does Bill de Blasio, Giuliani, Bloomberg? You can all tell me. You've all lived in New York. I've only lived there for 1 year of my life. So I'm hoping that it's a good thing, and I'm glad that your country is a real democracy that has diverse political outcomes.
Yeah, I mean, just to be completely clear, I think this is going to be an epic disaster.
Hold on for a second. Let's just say, I mean, this is amazing because everything that Brand said was completely sort of like reasonable, and it is driving Rubin insane. And I mean, for all we know, Brand just came out, K-hole, and couldn't get out of bed.
I've made some horrible mistakes,
I've had some real clarity here, and
I don't know where I am anymore.
I have some real clarity, and what's make a big difference. And then he goes off to say to name former mayors whom are household names. Yeah. Bloomberg, Giuliani, de Blasio, probably not as much, but certainly everybody knows who de Blasio is. I mean, so it's going to have a real impact in one form or another. And Rubin is really, I think, questioning
what are we
his
doing
actual
here?
friends. Let's
whole
listen to
premise of the show.
Fantastic. Yeah. Who's this other woman in the on the bottom?
That's Sage Steele from ESPN.
Okay.
I'm hoping that it's a good.
You can see David's forehead tighten.
He is really mad.
He is challenging that Botox in his forehead.
Glad that your country is a real democracy that has diverse political outcomes.
Yeah, I mean, just to be completely clear, I think this is going to be an epic disaster like we have never seen in America. I don't even think there's any question about it. I was in New York City.
Apparently, there's 5 people just questioned you on your own show.
This is the worst episode of the Brady Bunch I've ever seen.
This is like I just don't understand how he's shirtless lying in bed and nobody's like even acknowledging like this is weird. We're all dressed up and we have a half naked guy.
They're selling fear propaganda in their suits and he's naked. You're like, I don't think there's anything to worry about.
It looks like he's on the set of like Heaven Can Wait or something like that, but like all white, sort of just floating in the air. This is amazing.
But it's nice when you agree to just see what it's like when friends get together and just have conversations.
It really is. I mean, I like this. In fact, on some level, he's really the one who's really the only one following the sort of premise of the show. It's like we're all just sitting around on FaceTime, and I think he's holding the phone up.
He is.
All right, let's just let it roll a little bit. I'm going to have to go home and watch this entire episode.
Grandparents and great-grandparents that lived in New York City all my formative years. I lived there for 20 years-ish, something like that. I was there during 9/11. I remember what it was like under the last sort of self-proclaimed Democrat socialist David Dinkins, when we stopped going as a family, we stopped going into New York City because it was so bad with drugs and homelessness and crime and everything. So my grandparents and great-grandparents would come to us in the suburbs, and then a scary guy, Republican by the name of Rudy Giuliani, came in and basically cleaned it up overnight. And then he handed it off to Mike Bloomberg, who largely just continued his project, and New York City had 20 incredible years. Sage, I think you're with me on that.
Yes. And you guys know me. I'm a glass half full person. I'm an eternal optimist. And this, not for this, like, because you have to look at the facts, you have to look at the history. It is one thing for a Democrat to win. It's another thing for a socialist to win, someone who, as he said, he is unapologetic. I refuse to be apologetic about that. Great.
Well, that's the biggest. That is one of the real dangers of democratic socialism, the unapologetics. And if you get those, I mean, first of all, I know a lot of people who have dealt with unapologetics around the house, in their family. Very difficult to deal with.
Man, I've got so much good time with friends there. I don't even need to go to brunch with my actual friends. It's the substitute.
Friends, it's quite the most. It's the most defensive name I've ever heard for a podcast. It might as well say, unlike you, Joe Rogan, who won't invite any of us back on.
Exactly. Sam Harris.
Yeah.
502 Drew. I see a new MR dress code being introduced. Can't wait until tomorrow when Sam introduces Matt Leck on the show because them laying in bed producing the show from home. Honestly, it would be worth it to bring in a bed here.
Cot. Yeah. Matt, what's up on Left Reckoning?
That's maybe what we do for like an anniversary show is Matt's shirtless in like a recliner doing the show. And only members get that. So you see our memberships spike. Kowalski from Nebraska, Russell Brand, doing this is why Sam will not take video calls. Otherwise, I'd be in a similar position in my tractor, calling into the show all the time to discuss agricultural topics. That's another one. If Kowalski called in only a suspenders, like no shirt type of thing, like Carhartt, full-on bib.
A bit of pitchfork.
Yeah. We could monetize the crap out of that. Old Chomsky Brand. I don't know, mate. Just look at my nipples and relax, Dave. Clearwater. Are we certain he's only half naked?
Also, bold choice for a guy going through the certain legal troubles he's going through.
I think that he's working on the I'm Italian defense. Richard Dreyer.
Russell Brando.
Majority reporters, please give a trigger warning in the future. That was so not cool.
Well, we didn't even tell Sam.
Truck nuts, I didn't know. Dear God, how did Brand sexually harass me through the screen? Punch Drunk Pulpit. Sam, please tell me you saw the new Sam Harris interview where he finally admits Dave Rubin is a dum-dum. No, but I think we should find that.
He did. He said, I have to admit all the criticisms of Rubin turned out to be true. So that's.
Where's my freaking apology?
You need a
He said I was a psychopath.
Was that him or Weinstein?
Weinstein and Rubin. Not Rubin.
Harris.
Harris. I think Harris said my behavior was pathological. I think it was something like that. We should find that clip.
Well, pathologically correct.
I demand my apology.
And a fruit basket, Sam. Come on.
I mean, I want a free Mind Bloom or what is it? Headspace.
He'll give you a guided apology.
Exactly.
Now you're forgiving Sam for everything he was.
Close your eyes and picture Sam.
All right, 5 more of these. The mill rind. And the best of all, Schumer doesn't get his hands dirty, and he gets to vote against it. Yep.
his hands are dirty. Karen Tumulty, Washington Post chief political correspondent, says this was all about the filibuster.
Protecting the filibuster.
Yeah, which is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. That does not surprise me. They are thinking, like, if we ever get the Senate back, we don't want to have to deal with no filibuster. It is ultimately, they're afraid. They're afraid of taking a position. The filibuster helps them avoid that.
Got 6 years in power. Like, what are you so afraid of?
The bong. I'm a 35-year-old blue-collar worker that's growing increasingly frustrated with Angus King every single day. How would a regular guy like me even begin to entertain the thought of running against him in 2030? Full disclosure, I'm covered in tattoos from head to toe, but I can say with 100% certainty that none of them are Nazi or hate group affiliated.
You know, in Janet Mills' defense, she would be she's younger than Angus.
Really?
Angus is 81.
But she would be the oldest to start.
But she would still be the youngest senator in Maine.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.